Okay, kicking off turn 2 with the flowchart, and again, this should, I hope, in the final game, be on a player aid or something rather than just the back of the rule book. It's too valuable, especially when you're first playing, to not be easily available without tearing off the back of your book. Okay, and you kind of need to follow through in the rules as you're learning. Of course, people could photocopy it, but let us see. First thing we have is the weather conditions here. That's going to be fine again, but now we hit the economy and the production values get set. Now, they're use it or lose it, which means these values I have stored up are gone. The fact that I allowed the Russians to have air support and I don't have any to try to neutralize that is really causing me problems here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can defend any Russian unit with that except for this one. And then added to this problem, I'm looking at trying to assault Rostov, say using the Allies. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have quite enough 7, 8, 9 movement points to get in and attack it from there. So then there are other options, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 again. What if I get the Italians out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's probably the best I can do. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend it. I made it the attack up here and destroyed that unit. Pushed the Hungarians through. I think I'm going to pull the Italians through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I'll put an assault going into here. 6, 7, 8. That frees up my good German units. This can't be defended particularly easy. So this is what I kind of want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 makes an assault here. Now, 6, 7, 8 makes an assault there. Now I can't attack right now. But after the Romanian unit's done moving, which is now, I can declare the assault. And I think I want to do that. Now, that gives me I'm attacking. This is not an isolated defender. They've got a place to get out of it, and they also have an ally next to them. So I'm attacking a unit in a city. That gives me a -1. Uh-oh. The glue's coming off of these. And yep. I've got +2. No, make it +1 for an additional attacker. That just puts me at even. That doesn't sound terribly good. But the other option is, of course, I can finish the assault off with this German unit, which I think may actually be the thing I want to do. I want to make sure I get this. I don't know how much further I'm going to be able to advance anyway. So I'll spend, instead of doing the assault, I'll spend a point and launch the assault there. And now I'll make the assault. Now, I can't get out. Can I want to? Yeah, I can't get around this easily. And then these are all air protected, so they're going to be a difficult fight. Now, maybe I should make an attack over there first, see if I could slide around. I'm allowed to do that. But then I get locked in here. Alright. And yes, this is all legitimate. I don't have to assault with these right away. I'm going to come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement points used. By the way, this guy's done. 5 movement points used, and I'm going to make an attack here. Now, I have no events and no air chits, so I have to pick a no with the Germans. The Russians pick a yes. They're going to throw their air support in because that's kind of the linchpin to this defense. You might say, well, is it the air support you want to throw in or the armor? Because you've got armored units here and here. Giving this an armored defense may be more sensible. So indeed, I'll throw in the armored defense instead. That'll show up next turn. And now let's see what our modifiers are. +2 for being German. +2 for being a tank. I'm attacking a tank, and I'm attacking it across the river. And that looks like it's all it's going to be. I've got +4, they've got +3. Which isn't great, but it could give me the destruction that I want here. So that gives me an 8, and now they're at +3. They get a 6. That's no effect, but now the Russian tank's been used, and I can spend 3 more movement points and hit them again. And I think they still want to try to defend this, so they're going to say a yes again. And they're going to spend a sortie. This is what's bad. I've got actually 2 of these. The air sortie is going to give us +2 for the Russians because of the level of the air, the fair weather. So the results are the same. It's +4 to +3. We'll keep going. And yes, I'm going into way too much detail here. Ooh, that's not good. That's a defender retreat. So now I have to drop the Russians out of there. Now that's still not going to cut off the German line. If the Russians drop back this way, it's probably safer overall, but if I drop back this way, I'm making it tough on the Germans to continue their attack. See, the Germans could just move here, so I can advance, and I'm not sure if I want to, because I only have 2 more movement points. Well, that's enough for another attack, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to launch another attack. The Russians are going to launch their 6th sortie here to defend. And that puts us at that same +4, +3. It's a little... I don't know what those bugs are, but I'm afraid they eat paper. Ooh, that's not good. Well, it's no effect, and the Germans are done there. And they've failed to really get around that Russian command. But they have gotten rid of the air points, and that's powerful because that means I can try to destroy this unit or drive him back. I'm going to perform the assault. The reason I did this video, covered so much in video, was I wanted to cover the assault because a little different, although not terribly. Okay, so I'm going to assault using the German unit as my primary. I've got +2 for a German unit. Nobody's got any chits they can play anymore. The air power is gone in reach. So +2 for a German unit. +2. Let's see, the Russians get I think +1 for the city. They're still not isolated, but it's an assault, and I've got 2 additional units, but neither one is a tank or shock. But that's 2 more, so now it's +4 to +1, which is much, much better. But I only get 1 attack, though. That's the problem. 6 to 5, that doesn't do anything. We don't have the 6 in the 1 roll. So my assault failed. All my attacks failed. And the Germans are getting stopped down here at Rostov, it looks like. Let me figure out how to attack that tank there. Well, I'm choosing not to attack it, actually. I've spent all but 3 of my German points. That'll allow me to recover those sorties that I've lost. Without air support, this was really painful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the Russian planes are out of my range. So that's kind of annoying too. I may have to move my plane, which will cost a sortie. That's going to be annoying at the least. However, you know, dislodging this tank seems less valuable than trying to get my air support up. The only problem to my positioning is I'm leaving this guy out of air support potential. I don't think he's that vital, so I'll let him sit there. We'll see what the Russians can outflank him pretty easily. I'll leave him back here instead. Anyway, that's the end of the German turn because I don't want to spend more points. I have a Romanian point, but no more Romanian units to spend, and I can start mobilizing that guy. Alright, let's see what the Russians do. Ugh, I can't do this because I need the supply line there. So this guy was back here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought he was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not sure if he was. He was here. I don't know. I don't remember where he was. Oh, he was forward. He was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. Let's move him instead to keep my supplies in range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's sufficient to get my German armor in supply again, which is kind of a problem. We didn't want to lose a German armored unit because I'm not careful with my supplies. So the advance is definitely slowing down to try to recover the air power issue. And once again, we'll give a shot with the Russians. And the Russians are launching an assault too, here and here. I forgot to pay their points though for that. That's 1, 2, 3 that they've paid there. Let's see what their odds are. They're going to use the armor as their lead unit against this infantry. They're trying to cut this guy off so that they can launch another attack across on him and knock him out. So, well, the Germans get a +2 for being a German unit. The Russians are going to get +2 for the armor. And yeah, I need to do it with this one because this guy's helping break the thing. And +1 for the supporting unit. That looks like all I've got there. Nobody's got any chits they can use. Nobody's got any events. Nobody's got any air power. So it's a +3 for the attacker. This may or may not work. That gives him a 6. And the Germans also get a 6. That doesn't sound too good. Alright, so the assault failed. And assaults don't look like... The mobile attack allows you to make multiple attacks, which is valuable. Okay, now here the question is, I've still got him isolated because he can't retreat through this space. So I'm going to launch another attack here, but I've got to pay for it. So I pay 2 and 1 and drop my assault markers into play again. May have want to try to knock those Italians out of the way. And I think that's going to be about all I'm going to pay for. So I want the other points to build up my units. Okay, and those are pointing at this. Germans are going to get 4, 2 for armor, 2 for infantry, but isolated doesn't give you a bonus. Over here it gives the attacker the bonus. Right? Yeah. So the Russians are going to get +2 for armor, support. They're making the main attack from here. +1, 2 for isolated. This doesn't strike me as too advantageous of a roll. If I get a lucky roll, it'll be good, but otherwise I just don't have enough bonuses. Okay, well, I've only got +4 here. And a 5, that doesn't sound good, and +4 for the enemy gives him a 7. That's no effect. And I've kind of wasted some points, I think. Although, it does let me kind of sheath these units. Now for supply, the Russians are in supply. So I'm done with them. And now we go to kind of a mutual supply damaging phase, which no one is affected by. And now we get to spend my replacement points. First the Axis. And the Germans spent their upgrades getting their plane back. They also grabbed a Romanian point. The Russians dropped new infantry units, cheap to build. They also got their upgrades before that, actually. They can't upgrade the new units, which gave them guard armies. Those are slightly better than regular infantry. They give you a +1 on the combat table. What's kind of nice about them, oh no, they're motorized, so they cost 2 to move. So they're kind of they're kind of downgraded in comparison to some of the other stuff. And the same it will be true about the shock army when that comes in. This is going to move forward. We get a tank back, and the eliminated unit drops in. I could have bought another Russian airplane, but and that wouldn't come in at full strength. That would let's see where it is. That mobilizes it with 4 sorties for 3, the same cost that I had to repair that one. That might have been valuable because I could place it somewhere of my choosing and get it closer to the front. But I'd actually rather have myself be protected from the German air, force them to fly forward if they want to do a counter-air sortie. Because now they have to guess if a fight's going to have the planes or not. Now they'll probably get it right, but they can't just counter-air me and then be done with it. Alright, I guess that moves us into, yep, we're already there. I'm going to load this one up. Moving along. You can see the German advance definitely seems to have halted. That first turn I punched through everything, but you know, it starts getting tough and you gotta throw a unit in, maintain your supply. We saw what happened to the Romanians before when I didn't do that, and that prevented kind of pushing further towards Stalingrad. This is not turning out to be an easy advance now.